So I'm quite interested in where I can see the sunrise from and where I can see the sunset from. So sunrise now, this time of the year, is between 6 and 6:30 somewhere. I can find it out exactly. But so if I stand here outside the cottage in the morning, I can see there where the sun touches the trees, and that could be quite a nice place for me to explore, to set up a morning sunrise viewing spot. I think I must come this evening. I'm going to see where the sun touches the trees. I'm guessing it'll also be up there somewhere, because it'll be nice to find a sunset watching spot. It's quite close to the equinox now. It's what is it? The 7th of September. I think I need to have a closer look, of course, around the solstices. But I have checked out the solstice before the winter solstice. Of course, the sun rises pretty much here. And the summer solstice is a line that I set out before from the cottage door. So if this is the cottage door here, then the summer solstice is a line kind of over there. I've marked it out, but it's a line kind of over there to the sunrise. But there's trees on the horizon there. I can't actually see the sun cracking the horizon, and it rises gently and slowly at that angle there. So maybe a spot up on the hill. It's nice to watch the sunrise sometimes. Probably even nicer to watch the sun set. So let me check this evening. Yeah, so chicken house still not done, guys. Wow. I started this project a month ago. I'm plodding on, and I'm doing it in the time that I have. The time that it takes is the time that it takes. You know, that's just so much of the world in which we live speaks rather about a language of accountants and accounting and not trusting each other. So everybody wants to know, how long will it take? And the truth is, you can set out in spreadsheets and calculations and try our best to guess, and then really stress out about trying to neutralize all the variables and all the other shit that happens in the world that make it difficult for us to achieve the promise that we made. Promise. What does that word even mean? Promise. I promise I will finish it by that time. Kind of an aggression that says that I'm in control of all the variables, the millions of variables that can happen between now and then. I prefer to live in a world, and I'm trying to get to that place slowly, where I say to myself, or I say to whoever, the time that it takes is the time that it takes. And not using that to fall back on moving slowly with everything, just acknowledging the reality and the truth that it's very difficult and unnecessary in many instances to come up with a promise. It will be done by lunchtime. You know, maybe it will, maybe it won't. It doesn't mean I'm not going to work super hard, but it just means that something else may happen, or I may get really interested in the exact mitre detail between the top chord of the truss and the wall plate member that I want to attach it to, and I'm really very interested rather to be sure that I repair the drill in such a way that it works more efficiently, and that becomes a better use of my time. Or I actually just fall in love with a book I'm busy reading and is really capturing my attention, and I rather want to spend 2 or 3 hours reading that and just flowing in my own space, flowing in my own momentum, allowing myself to be carried from one task to another, doing one task at a time. How can we ever do more than one task at a time? It's hilarious that we'd even have a saying that says, do one thing at a time. Actually there, you look, the sunrise touches that tree, my favorite redcurrant roost. Maybe I'll build a tree house up in that tree, and that'll be a sunrise lookout. I wonder if the sunset can be viewed from there. I don't think so, because those huge big blue gum trees are in the way. I'll come look this evening again to see if I can see where the sun sets. Yeah, let's go get some coffee. Coffee's brewing on the stove.